making chicken palau. Cardamom, cinnamon, and homegrown curry leaves. 1 whole onion. And this is for 4.5 cups of rice and 2 pounds of chicken. Turn it till golden brown. While this is happening, let's go get our masala ready. So I have here about all the bottom sticks of the dhania, which has really great smell. And then I'm gonna use my regular curry powder, which is about 3 or 4 tablespoons. Maybe even 5. Then I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of salt and 1 tablespoon of extra hot chili, 1.5. And then in that, I'll use 2.5 tablespoons of ginger, and that's it. Our onions are turning golden brown. Once it's even, all evenly golden brown, then we're gonna add our masala in here. And you could do heavy masala or you can do light masala. Today I'm gonna do 1 spicy palau, and the second one I'm gonna do non-spicy, which is gonna have very little mircha, which is chili. So this is turned into golden brown. Once it turns into golden brown, I'm going to add my masala and a little bit of hot water to give the taste. I have fresh cut cilantro, which I'm going to add into the masala to give extra taste. The heat is on medium heat. Now that our onions are really pretty golden brown, evenly, we are going to lower the heat and add our masala. Mixture, stir it for about 20 seconds till it's all mixed in the oil. But we want the masala to cook and get that sourness out. So we're going to add a little bit of hot water and let it simmer in medium to low heat. So you can see the paste has come really pretty. Okay, we're going to keep stirring this till we see the oil all come up. That means the masala is cooked. At this time, we're going to add a little bit of fresh cilantro. It gives a beautiful smell. A lot of people, they don't. I've just started in the last few years adding fresh cilantro. I don't have roasted and fried onions. Usually I use that too, but today I don't have it, so we don't need to. Gives a beautiful smell. So this is just gonna cook for a little bit till we can see a little bit of the. I'm gonna slow this down because I gotta go bring my chicken. You can add a little bit more water, hot water. Don't ever put cold water because it takes away from the aroma and the cooking steam. So you always want to have hot water to make your fresh paste in here. So now while this simmers and cooks really neatly, we're gonna go ahead and bring our chicken. Now all it has is the curry powder, which is homemade, salt, chili, and garlic. That's it. We call it regular palau. I don't know. Some people say it's yakni palau. Some people say it's Kashmiri palau. I don't know. This is how we make our palau in Fiji. I've just tweaked it a little bit different my way. People make it very different way. I find this easy, quick, and yummy, and my family loves it. So as you can see, all the oil has come up. The paste has a beautiful texture. When you're making chicken curry, you can do the same thing, but you can add turmeric, which is haldi. And now that your masala is beautifully cooked, see the paste? How you know the paste? Because look at the texture. See, it's no longer just powdery. So if you put cold water, it'll take a long time to cook and it'll still look powdery. When you put hot water, it doesn't have to go ahead and adjust to the heat of the pan and your masala. The hot water just makes it into a nice paste. Now that we have this ready, we'll go ahead and add our chicken. And this chicken, it was leg and thighs, all cleaned, cut, and prepped last night. So while this is happening, I'm gonna go ahead, while this is simmering, I'm gonna go ahead and cut one more onion to give a little bit more flavor to my chicken. We're gonna close this at this time, put it to low heat, and let it simmer. My grandmother used to say, don't tap on the thing like this, as it's not nice, or barakat, blessings. You don't get the blessings because you're kind of hitting the pot. But those were all grandmother tales. But whenever I do it, I always remember her. So as you can see, the chicken is simmering. We're gonna go ahead and add very thin slice onions, which is gonna the onion, it's gonna help the chicken sweat and take out all the water. And that's what the chicken is gonna cook in its own broth from the onion. So I'm just gonna spread it, bring the heat to medium. If everything is prepped the night before, it takes very quick to cook. It doesn't take long to cook when everything is ready. So while this is all simmering, we're just gonna go ahead and close this up. Let it take some time. Put our heat to a little bit higher, a medium high, and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. So you can see it's nice and simmer now. There's a lot of water underneath because of the onions making the sweating of the onions, the sweating of the chicken. And that's gonna give a nice flavor. this is happening, I'm gonna show you that my masala, Palau masala. Now this is about 2.5 pounds of chicken, and then I'm gonna use it for 4.5 cups of rice. So see how beautifully it's coming along? It looks pretty, smells good. So now chicken has to now get sauteed or roasted, or pretty much sauteed, because see how beautiful the oil looks? That's how you want it. That hot water we used to make the paste, beautiful paste, beautiful. And then the onion, all the onions that's sweating, it's gonna make the chicken sweat, and all the water that's come out of from the chicken, and that's what the chicken's gonna cook in. So once the chicken is about 3/4 done, then we're gonna add our rice to it. See, with no water, look at all the water that came out from the onions and the sweating. This is what sweating means. It's when the chicken starts departing the bone. It's all. Now this is the perfect time for us to put the rice. I've got 4.5 cups of rice coming in here. And then we'll add 9 cups of water, because we want this palau to be a little bit on the sticky side, like a wet palau. So here comes the rice, already washed. While this is gonna cook in here, we're gonna go get our water. We're gonna have hot water ready. Garam pani. While that is cooking in, all that water that was already in the chicken, we didn't put any water. All that water came from the chicken and the onions. So while this is cooking really beautifully, we're gonna go ahead and get our 9, because there was 4.5 cups of rice, we're gonna double the water. Okay. While the oven is getting on, we're gonna let this simmer. And I'm gonna go look for butter. Oh my God. So this time we're gonna add our 9 cups of water. So it's 4.5 cups of rice, 2 pounds of chicken, 2 onions, and all the homemade masalas, which is all the spices. Oh, smells yummy. And at this time, we're gonna go ahead and add our water. So the last process on this is baking it. I'm gonna prep my lid to go inside the oven. The oven has already been set for 300. So as you can see, it's starting to simmer. At this time, I'm adding 4 ounces of butter, which is 1 stick of butter. This is when, if I had the roasted onions, this is when I would be putting the onions. And here, once it starts simmering, then I'm gonna put my masala, the palau masala. You may think this is a lot of water, but it'll all get soaked up. So while this is, let it simmer for about 5 minutes, then we're gonna come back to it and put the palau masala. Smells amazing. You see, there was all that water and now the rice is taking over. That's how you want it. This is the easiest way of cooking. This still has the taste, still has the aroma. Now this is my Palau masala right here that I made. So in this we have fennel is the main ingredients. It has fennel, cinnamon, cardamom, cloves, and a little bit of cumin. Very little. So the fennel is the one that gives the yummy, yummy aroma. So I'm gonna put about 3 to 4 tablespoons. See, the rice is taking over now. I'm gonna let this, the Palau spice, which is the Palau masala, which is the Palau spice. I'm gonna have all the butter. Yum. That's what brings out the last bit of spice that I put. See, the butter is all gone. So once the rice is cooked, the rice will be very, very moist, and it's not gonna be heavy. It's gonna be light. At this time, we're gonna do a taste test on our salt. Make sure it's good, because once it goes in the oven, it's not gonna be disturbed. It's just gonna be cooked and taken out. That's it. Perfect. Ooh, tita. Tita. Add a little bit more. Ooh, spicy. Holy moly. Better write it on here when I pack it. Tita. Let this simmer. As soon as this first layer of water is gone, then we're gonna go ahead and put it in the oven for 25 minutes. And that's it. Palau is done. Well, it's not done yet till we take it out of the oven. All right, looks beautiful. So 4.5 cups of rice, 2.5 to 2.5 cups of chicken, 4 tablespoons of masala, which is coriander powder, and that's my mom's made. 2 tablespoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of chili, and then 2.5 tablespoons of garlic, and 2 full onions. 1 onion garnished, cut, sliced for making the golden fry onions in the beginning, and then 1 onion to help the chicken sweat and make it into a nice gravy before adding the rice. So see, the water is now on the first layer. The rice is soaking it nicely. थोड़ा नीचे पकड़े लगा है, which means it's sticking to the bottom. That means we are ready to put this in the oven. The oven will give a nice blend of baking the rice without letting it stick to the bottom, which means like it's almost like we are steaming this rice now at the last part of it. Now, because I know all the salt and everything is good, the last batch of cilantros go in, because once we take it out, we're not gonna stir, because everything is good to go. I'm gonna go quickly prep I'm gonna off this, quickly prep my lid. Okay, it's ready to go in the oven. So the reason I did this is because the top of the holder is wooden, so it'll get burned. When you cover it with foil, it protects it from the heat, so it doesn't get burned. A trick I learned from my mother-in-law in Canada. Love her. Okay, here we go. It was in the oven for 25 minutes, and we got voila. See? Nice and yum. It's all done. And it's all ready. Nothing needed. All you have to do is serve. And dinner is ready. Yummy, 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 yummy. So out from the oven, 25 minutes, and it's all good to go. Dinner is ready. So 4.5 cups of rice, 2.5 pounds of chicken, and 9 cups of water. Yummy. And cooking time about 40 minutes. 40 to 45 minutes, because I take my time cooking. I don't like rushing. Gotta cook with love.